Sirach, chapter 40, verses 1, and it reads, Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam from the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their hearts and cause fear of heart. From him that sitteth on the throne of glory unto him that is humble in the earth and ashes, from him that weareth purple in a crown unto him that is clothed with a linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death and anger and strife, and in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep do change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in a vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awaketh, and marveleth that the fear was nothing. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Zakar Kassad coming to you with another quick lesson. Might be quick. I'm gonna say a few words about this video that I got pulled. Matter of fact, I might do a few videos. Just depends. But basically, like the scriptures say in the book of Micah. All right, see, the Lord is constantly like trying to tell you to come back to Him, man, because this is not our rest, man. It says in Micah 2:10, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." This jobs, everything is just off, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's pull one more. This is Psalms chapter 83. And no, I don't want 80. What am I thinking? Psalms chapter 80, what was that, 82? And 5, it says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundation of the earth is out of course." All the foundations of the earth is out of course. So, and I got this video. People are feeling it, man. You know, the first video I was watching earlier, I'd heard a story of a guy who was you know, he'd actually been out of work for about 2 years, and he'd put in, like he said, thousands of resumes in different places, and got a few calls back, and you know, it's just tough. You know, the doors are shutting in the street, the grind is low. People thinking about death a lot more. People are, you know, they can feel that something is off. So people are giving up. A lot of suicides about to be happening. A lot of people gonna die. A lot of people are robbing each other. People are giving up on trying to make it here in America, because this place is just it's like a vampire draining your energy. You know what I'm saying? You constantly on the hamster wheel, and like everything is draining your energy, man. You know, from the shit that they spray in the sky to the food that's defiled and messed up. It's really not even food. Your finances, like everything is draining. Like you can't pay for nothing. Everything is draining you down. And some people like this man, he's like, man, you know, and I hope that, hey, you get right with the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only way, man. Okay? That's the only way. Matter of fact, let's pull one more scripture in the book of Cause it's not our rest here, right? We can't get no rest here, right? Unless you abide in Yahweh Bashim El Shai. It says Ephesians 5:14, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead. Yeah, this is a dead state. You know, this is a dead state of mind that everybody's in. Everybody's a damn zombie. Just a robot, just moving around like you don't got no time for your children. You don't have time for yourself. You're barely making it. Not healthy at all. You know, barely sleep. Hey, the Lord is trying to call you, man. It says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. That's right. And you gotta rise from the dead. This is like the land of the walking dead, man. A bunch of people are dead because they're not connected to the true vine. And you can feel that, like, especially after the C-19, the COVID shit, man, like something is off. Like these people are off. The people that took that stuff are off. They got demons on them, man. It's just something in the air. You know, you can feel it in the air. Like people getting laid off. Like people are crashing out, man. Like it's not going to take too much longer. So he said a few things, and I got to play it from this area here. But he says, I just turned 46 and I'm done. So this is a response to him. And he's going to give you those reasons why he's done. I'm just going to let it play for a little bit. It might go to a commercial. I'm not sure. You know how things go.
I'm halfway home. I like to look at it. And I will admit, I think I spent this first part of my life, as most of us do, kind of with this constant pressure on me. This constant pressure of like things I needed to do, things I needed to achieve. It was almost like I had to earn the right to be here, or I had to like prove to people that I was good enough to exist, good enough to live. And it finally feels like, and maybe it's the age, or maybe it's just a lot of the work I've been trying to do over the last few years, but it finally feels like I'm getting to a place where I genuinely am just done with all that. I genuinely just don't feel the need to like impress people. I'm just done with feeling like there are certain metrics in this life that I have to achieve, that I have to reach. All these boxes that like I was taught I needed to check in order to be a real man or to be successful, whatever it is. I just don't care anymore.
Right.
Like I genuinely don't care. I know sometimes we talk about not caring.
Yeah, see, he's trying his hardest not to freak out. You can tell, like, see, Jake don't want to freak out, but Jake will freak out on your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, all right. And copyright disclaimer. This video is not for, just only for edification purposes only. I'm not getting paid or anything like that. This is just, so please don't strike it. But Jake is just trying his best not to flip out on you, man. Like, he go to work and he trying his best not to knock your head off, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, people are trying their best not to fight each other, not to start shooting at each other. They're trying their best. They're all forcing smiles. They're all... It's only a matter of time, man. Let's just say that.
But, like, I'm at a place where, like, I feel myself genuinely not caring. And I know it's genuine because when I feel myself not caring about this stuff and being done with it, I question, like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I'll have a thought, or I'll be kind of in a mood or whatever, and I'm like, what's happening here? You know what I mean? When you're so used to, like, living a certain way and certain things having power and influence over you, when you find yourself in a moment where you feel like they're not, it's kind of like, what? I mean, what's going on here? I'm like, wow, I'm over it. All these societal pressures and all these norms that like society puts on you. And like I said, it's one of those, it's like a silent weight. If there's a weight you've carried your whole life, it doesn't even feel like you don't even realize the weight, right? If you've had something on, like, weight on your entire life, it just seems normal. But like as it starts to fall away, that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like a lot of this pressure, a lot of this weight is falling away, and I'm like, wow, like I'm feeling lighter now.
Yeah, because people live their lives trying to catch up to the American dream. You know, they go into debt, going to college. They stress about everything because everybody's trying to be better than the next person. This is a consumer nation, like, so everybody, like, you remember going to school and people make fun of you because you ain't got the new J's, or you might have the Adidas, or you might have something else on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it carries on from elementary school all the way through high school, all the way through college into your life, to where, you know what I'm saying, you're competing with everybody else around you just to be in some sort of position. That's what Facebook is all about. Everybody's competing to be in some kind of position or something. Like, you gotta impress everybody type of shit. Instagram, you know, you gotta be impressive. You got all types of filters. You know, these dating apps, all types of filters. You know, you meet a female in real life and she don't look nothing like that damn app says she look like. Pressure to you know, the women are getting boob jobs and implants and all this other stuff, ending up dead because of the pressure, because they want to impress everybody else. That causes a lot of stress on you, man. Trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep a job, and you can't even afford anything. Just trying to keep it, just in case, you know what I'm saying. Just, you know, trying to keep it going because you know, oh, you done lost your job. Oh, you got to do this, that, and the other, like, you know, or why'd you do this, or why, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's looking at you. Now, there's a standard, you know, when you come in here into the truth, you have Bashimi Al-Shai. I'm just talking about, you know what I'm saying, like everyday, like life stuff, like pressure to go to school, pressure to, you know, constantly uh, build your credit to buy a home or something like that. You know, like, that's too much, man. Okay, you don't make enough money, so you're thinking about downgrading, but you know, it's like pressure to stay, like, you know, you worried about, like, you know, every fucking thing. That's how people are living these days.
Feeling more alive. And that's not to say
and that's why you need to let that shit go, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Like the Lord said, He gonna provide for us, man. People in this world, they don't know the Lord. See, the Lord can break those chains. He can take that weight off of your shoulders, man. What does the scripture say? Let's pull a scripture. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28 through 30. It says, and this is written, it was red letters, right? So you know it's the Lord saying it. And this is how you get away from that pressure, that extra shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust in the Lord, see? And stop trying to impress everybody. Like, you trying to have the best this and the best that. You got rappers and entertainers. You trying to be like them, but you can't be like them. And it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Because you can't rest when you're constantly trying to keep up, constantly trying to keep up with the cost of living crisis, constantly trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, just to live. Like, it feels like you're dying to live. We're dying to live. That's why the scriptures say, in the scripture it say, let me pull this real quick. Yeah, when the righteous, 29:2, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Everybody's mourning. Everything is out of course. Everything is just constant pressure. So the Lord said, verse 29, Matthew 11 and 29, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Get right with the Lord, man. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. That's what the Lord said. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest. Woo! And that's what we need. We need some rest, man. I know a lot of y'all ain't slept in forever. You know, you sleep for like 2 hours, you keep constantly waking up, sleep for another 3. Like, dang it, man. You up a whole hour before your alarm about to go off because you didn't went to sleep and felt literally. I haven't had good sleep in 10 plus years. You know, a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. You know, looking a whole 60, but only 30 something years old. That's what people are living like. It says, "Take my yoke upon you." Yeah, you got to come back to the Lord, man, and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. That's right, man. Call upon the true name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Come on to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. And he can lift that yoke up off of you, man. You know?
I don't have a lot of the same problems and struggles, and I live on the same planet as everyone else, and in the same country as a lot of y'all, you know what I mean? And so all the things that are going on are still going on. It's not to say that, like, my life is perfect by any means. No one has a perfect life. But it does feel like I'm kind of living almost on, like, a different level now. And one thing I'm noticing is that, like, I feel less afraid moving forward to do things. I don't know, decisions in my life, major decisions that I feel like in the past I might have been a lot more hesitant to do. I'm looking forward, I'm doing some of them and looking forward to doing some of them without kind of that as much fear and worry. Almost because, like, you know, that's another thing. I think I'm done with all the worry, bro. Sis, I'm not doing it no more. You know? I'm like, I've made it to 46. I have a good sense that I'll live a lot longer, but it's also kind of like, if I don't, okay, you know what I mean? You know, it's like I don't want bad stuff to happen to me or things of that nature, but I'm kind of like, if they do, I'll figure it out. You know?
Yeah. So we ain't supposed to be afraid of death. I mean, but those kind of thoughts do trouble our minds too sometimes, like the scripture I was reading earlier. Okay. You know, and right now everybody's just ready to go home. You know, the scriptures speak about in the book of Ecclesiastes, it's a time for everything up under the sun. A time of weeping, a time of, matter of fact, let me pull that real quick. There's a time for everything up under the sun. What am I doing? Goodness gracious. Why do you do that? Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. A time for everything. It says, to everything there's a season. See, whenever our parents, you know, and the people before us, they had nice jobs, they could able to get a house and things like that and save up. And, you know, now they're looking at you like, what's wrong with you? You can't do this. You can't, you know, they're looking at you like, but it's a whole different time. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole different time. Like, the money's different. The cost of living is different. Everything is different, man. All right. I heard stories about whenever my grandmother and my mother and them was younger, they used to get 5-cent Snicker bars and shit, man. So it's a whole different time. It says, to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. We all got to go. All right. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Yeah, you got to go out there and pick what you planted, didn't you? It says a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. Yeah, right now the Lord is breaking down America. Okay. It says a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh. Right now, ain't no time of laughing, man. As you can see, Isaiah 24 going into place right now. And when what it said in Isaiah 24, right? Let's just pull it real fast. Let's go fast. Let's go straight to uh yeah, this is Isaiah 24 and 4. It says the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. That's the time that we in right now. Languish meaning, you know what I'm saying, you're you're in sorrow. All right, the dude that's speaking to you in this video, the dude, what's his name again? He's in sorrow, man. He's trying his best to hold it together. And everybody's like that right now. You know what I'm saying? And he explained it. It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And that's what so the Lord is visiting this place. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And here's the point: the new wine mourneth, the vain languisheth, all the merry hearted do sigh. Ain't nobody celebrating like that no more. All the merry hearted do sigh. It says, the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth. Ain't nobody partying like that no more. So for some college students probably, but we struggling out here. So that even says, going back to Ecclesiastes 3 and 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh. Right now is a time to be weeping in the house of mourning, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Right now is a time of mourning. A time. So that's what I wanted to get. It says a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. That's right. It's a time to refrain from embracing too. Huge separation, like families against each other and all that stuff like that, man. Well, it's the will of the Lord. The Lord's doing it, man. The Lord's the reason why you don't talk to nobody anymore. Why you just, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you think you like, man, what the hell is wrong with me? Well, hey, man, the Lord is doing it, man. It's that time. It says a time to get and a time to lose. It's a time to lose right now. You're gonna lose family members. You're gonna lose your house. You're gonna lose your car. You might lose your job. It's a time to lose, man. A time to keep silence, or it's a time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. That's right. We're in a time of hate right now. A time of war and a time of peace, and we're in a time of war. That's what's going on, man. That's what's going on. So there's a time for everything up under the sun, man.
Now, like if I take some losses, I'll just get back up and things of that nature. But I'm kind of like, if they do, I'll figure it out.
Listen to what he said. Hold up.
Almost because, that's another thing. I think I'm done with all the worry, bro.
Right.
I'm just not. I'm not doing it no more. I'm like, I've made it to 46. I have a good sense that I'll live a lot longer. But it's also kind of like, if I don't, okay, you know what I mean? It's like I don't want bad stuff to happen to me or things of that nature. But I'm kind of like, if they do, I'll figure it out. Like if I take some losses, I'll just get back up and start riding the bike again. You know what I mean? If I fall over, I'll get up, start riding the bike again. If I take some losses, I'll just get it back. Like, I don't know, it's kind of hard almost to put it into words, but I can feel, and the reason I'm making this video is because I want to ask y'all, are any of y'all kind of feeling the same way? Is it age?
Yep, look at all these people.
Is it just the things going on in the world today? More of us are just kind of like getting to this place. Is it self-work? But it's just really like, I'm just getting to this place where like things that before bothered me or might have derailed me or I felt this pressure, it's just not there. It's going away. it's like I'm done. Like I don't want to say I don't care, but it's kind of feeling like I don't care. I find myself saying that a lot, and I'm like, it's not that I don't care. I just don't care about those things, you know. But it's like I just don't. These things just don't have a hold on me anymore. I just want to live my life, right? And if I have to do, I thought of this phrase today earlier. Do just enough. I'm going to do just enough of the things I hate to be able to live the life I love. You know what I mean? And so it's like this ideal of like, yeah, there might be things like, you still get up, you go to work, and like I say, we still live in this planet that has poverty and crime, and we have our money worries and things of that nature. But like, I'm just gonna deal with those as I have to deal with them, and the rest of my life is gonna be living my life, enjoying my life. This second half is gonna be more about me and like what I want. You know what I mean? And some people say that sounds selfish, but like it's okay to be selfish. I think that's part of it too. We live in like the most negatively selfish society, but anytime you try to be positively selfish, people tell you it's a problem. So I just want to live my life.
Yeah, it's a problem whenever you you trying to really better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like when we came into this truth, like it was a problem. It's a problem to certain people that you're cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like, why won't you come out anymore? Type of stuff. The scriptures speak about it. You giving more of your time to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now I don't know what this brother's gonna give more of his time to, but whatever it is, Lord willing, it makes him happy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what, man, Jake just want peace, man. Like we're tired of this shit. I'm dog tired, boss. We're dog tired. And more power to you or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? As far as finding happiness, and not worrying too much. Worrying is a hard thing on your body, man. It'll wear you down. It'll kill you. Okay, no matter how healthy you are, if you're a worrier, if you're worrying about everything, then you can have heart attacks because of that, man. You can like stuff can happen to you. Believe me, man. It's a very, very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous to your whole mental health and your whole well-being to constantly worry about everything. And that's what they got us in right now. They got us in a big-ass worry bubble. Trauma in your life, trauma to the brain when you're watching your children. You don't know when you're going to feed them their next meal. Like, this place is very, very wicked, man. That's all.